Yes, we did another roof renovation. We had some help coming from a volunteer, so I decided to tackle a somewhat bigger project. Now this do-it-yourself roof renovation was a lot easier than the last one we did. It's only sloped one way, and now I have some experience. It might be a good video for you guys who want to do your own DIY roof renovation. Even if it's only so you don't make the same mistake that I made. Now of course you can make this roof also from cheaper materials like metal and sandwich panels. I just love the look of this real wood and the traditional roof tiles. And you might be surprised at the price. I'll sum it up for you after we install it. Yep. De laatste hebben we bijna 40. So if you want to build a roof with old-fashioned roof tiles, you really need to calculate up front how you want to space out the roof tiles. Most types of roof tiles have the possibility to move them around a little. So you have 2 or 3 centimeters you can play with. Now as you guys may know, I have mostly my own way of doing things. This was the idea I had to get the beams level. So once I had a very straight beam on top and I had all the beams connected to that beam, I could be sure that the roof was exactly straight. Some beams ended up floating and we just filled the ends up with pieces of stone. Is that straight or what? And then I wanted to anchor the beams somewhat in the wall. So I used just normal big screws that we're gonna cement into the wall. And we got all the beams cemented in already. Day 1. We're making good progress here. I almost forgot how pretty that looks. We should do more roofs. So this reflective foil we install here is mainly for heat reflection, and it works sort of an insulation, but it doesn't do soundproofing. It does do good work to keep the place cool. And also in this case we use this as the water barrier for the roof. Putting the battens on takes a little bit of a calculation because we need to have the right spacing for putting the roof tiles on. But after I finally worked that out, the battens were on pretty quickly. Very happy with the progress. The fastest roof we did. Compared to 2 years on the other one. Tijger, dat is het Nederlands woord. Nu heb ik hem weer. Ja.
Ah, dat zijn de propere dan zo gezegd. Alleen de...
Ja, ik ga er maar gewoon helemaal niet naar kijken. Ik ga er maar gewoon... Bom dia! Hoi! So 24 tiles in a row is just 1.5 centimeter too short. Meh. It was going so well. So I decided we're gonna finish off the edges like the Portuguese houses in my village. So we only needed to make sure that the roof tiles are exactly the width of the building. Which was easy enough. Do you want to get a bit of a feeling of what it's like living in Portugal? Or maybe you just like to have a more active and meaningful break from Western society? You can come and help me out on one of my many different projects here in the ghost town. Like Gunther did, our volunteer on this roof renovation. From cleaning up to working in the garden and many different building projects. All your help can be turned into something useful. If you're interested in coming to volunteer, check out our website and use the form to submit your application. Link is in the description. Back to the video. Try and glue the tiles to the battens and the wall. And then I want to see if I can make it in the way I just showed you. Like with a standing up ridge here. Obrigado.
Ah, bom. Tu fazes tudo bem.
And then here we're gonna have fascia board. So this is basically how Andy did it, right? On his Algarve channel. Some people sent me some links. I already saw that video like a long time ago. But I only saw the top part. And I didn't realize that it was also like to cover up the sides of the roof tiles. So here this would be something like this. Because we don't have a wall here like Andy had. Which also for them made it easy to get them in the right angle altogether. If I want to get this in the right angle, I have to really precisely cement it in. What shouldn't be a problem. But also, if you can see here, for this tile it's okay, it's cut. It goes nice and over. But this one actually ends like more like on the top of the top part of the tile. So that's not really ideal. We could also take a bigger one, but that also means it's gonna be like a lot higher, like that. I saw on the internet you can also buy these things, like the corner parts, from the same material. Now, our solution takes a little bit more preparation, I think. Although cutting all these bricks would also be like a lot of preparation. But finishing it off, I think, is a lot easier. Yeah, so we made a little mistake there. We cut the foil a little bit too small. Not a problem. I overlapped it here. This is going behind the fascia board. And I'll put a little bit more cement here so that it can't drip through there. Quite okay.
I know sometimes life can be tough, and you feel like you just had enough.
A plate of pasta a day keeps the doctor away. Pasta. I need the cement to pour here, so I'm gonna remove the excess. I'm gonna make sure the cement is going to go everywhere, where it needs to go. Mostly I only think of the stuff when I get there. How are we gonna do this? Yes, it's probably gonna be sketchy. Yeah, like I said, sketchy. Oh! Take some fiddling. Fiddling, fiddling. Just when I had it right. What is this thing doing? Maybe we should start screwing it in. Did you drink, sweetie? You need to stay hydrated. Would be nice to complete a project injury-free. It's not too much to ask. So it's actually a bit too short. We'll fix that somehow. It's very hot, like I said. A mistake is easily made with this weather.
this way there in all the colors.
I'm gonna take a lot of persuasion to keep it in the right form.
Could you use some too? A little bit of sunlight.
Hey girls. I thought we had some burlap, but we don't. Not anymore. Research points out that I have never been curing concrete the right way. Trying to do better now. So apparently, especially the first 3 days, you need to see that it doesn't dry out too fast and that it gets a little bit moist to, how you say, get the reaction from the concrete. But concrete cures over like 3 weeks, so.
Ah, João, já veio o calor, carambas. Era frio, agora é calor demais. A gente mergulhou de frio, agora apanhamos calor.
Whoa. Corners coming off is not good. So on these other houses they are a lot like more in line, straight. I did it by hand, so it's not exactly straight. It goes a little bit like this. But now I'm wondering how they did it so exactly straight. Well, the one with the tijolos is like because they put on the blocks, of course. Maybe somehow they put also blocks for the other ones. A corner or something. I would have expected it to be a little bit more straight. Like not wobbly on this side. Like more on this side. But that's not bad for a first time. Nice sunshine, sweetie. Wow. Kira's keeping an eye on the bathroom again. Just a second, girls. Where's Akira? Akira! Ah! In hindsight, I don't really like the look how this is now sticking out here. Of course, we're gonna have a fascia board, so maybe the fascia board I'm gonna move around the corner. But all the Portuguese houses, they, well, at least the battens don't move outside of the front of the building. Now it's a little bit messy here, but here you can see only the roof tiles move over the front of the house. So yeah, for our next building we're going to do that differently. I was planning on doing some cementing today, but Got it. I made it just as swaying as on the other side, so it's similar. Yeah, this edge doesn't come out straight, of course, but it's good enough. Woo! That was easy. That went pretty well, if I may say so myself. Oh, this is white. Huh. Not much camera angles here, guys. Of course, we also have the camera angle from that side. That's about it, guys. Yeah, I think you've seen it by now, guys. With a lot of fiddling, I also got this side in. I must say it's looking pretty good. First time I did this. We're gonna render all the outside here still. And then we're gonna paint it, including this. Some form of off-white, I think. That should make it all come together eventually. I still have some cleanup to do. Still, I owe you the price of what it all cost. Let me go through it. Might be very interesting also when you want to do something yourself. This is 12.5 square meters. So you can calculate for your size roof how much it would cost. We started with the rafters, which was one of the expensive things. 258 euros for 9 pieces. Yes. On that we started with the cladding, and this cladding was lambrim, is what they call it in Portuguese. 9 euros per square meter, so that was 108 euros. But this stuff is Portuguese pine, and this needs treatment. So I decided to use one of the cheaper stuff, sone. For one of those cans you pay 29 euros, what is sufficient for this roof. On that we had the insulation stuff. Yeah, I buy this on a big roll. I used for about 60 euros of that stuff. If you want more insulation, then I would suggest doing the top, where I have this cladding, the lambrim. I would do, for instance, OSB there. Then put this rock wool kind of insulation in between here, and then maybe finish it off on the rafters with this cladding stuff. Then you still have a nice look, but you also have soundproofing. On top of that we have the battens, and the battens we used 3 packs of 12, which are 26 euros a pack, so that's about 78 euros. Now we reused the roof tiles from another project, this one. Gunther very thankfully cleaned them on this project. But if you needed to buy them, these same tiles, these are Marseille, and they are now the same price as the ones I used on the main house. Before they were like 50 cents more expensive. I like these better than the ones on my house. For these roof tiles you pay €1.20 a piece. We have 175, give or take. So that was 210 euros. And then we spent some money on all kind of small stuff like nails and the foam and some bricks, the cement, sand. What was in total 150 euros. Which brings the grand total for this roof to 893 euros. So I think that's That's not that expensive, I think. What do you guys think? If you need to do a roof like 40 square meters, like we had in our last video of searching a property, then you would 3 times. Then you would pay about 2,500, 2,600 euros, which I think is a pretty good price for a new roof. And then you have it really nice looking, like this one. See you all in the next video.